ClubExpress Interests. The Interests module allows organizations to create and manage informal collections of members who share a specific interest. The interests might be based on things members like to do in their free time, so members with the same hobbies can share experiences. You can also set up interests based on organization activities and programs to target those groups when you set up forums or send a blast email asking for volunteers. The Interests module connects with a few other modules on your website, like discussion forums, the standard member directory, and blast emails. Plus, organizations using the ClubExpress mobile app can create mobile channels based on interests. Members can choose their interests in a few ways depending on how your organization configures the options. You don't have to pick one of these, you can use them together. Administrators can add the checklist of interests to the membership application, inviting members to get involved right from the start. You can also add the module to your website menu, allowing members to access their options quickly. Last, members can access the options from their member profiles under Your Website Functions. Let's look at interests on the menu and explore what members can do. When we navigate to the module, we see several categories, each with a few specific interests. Each interest card shows us the number of members and a short description. The card may also include an image and a link to more information about the group. If the interest has an assigned coordinator and you've enabled the standard member directory, you can click their name to view their directory listing in a pop-up. Note that if the coordinator has opted out of being listed in the directory, their name will appear without a link. Clicking View Members displays all the members who selected the interest, along with their name, profile image, and basic contact information. Note that the information displayed respects the member's visibility choice for their directory listing. However, if the member has selected a profile picture, it'll appear in the interest members list. If the member isn't already a part of the group, they can add themselves using the Sign Me Up button at the top. And they can remove themselves by clicking the Remove Me icon. Let's sign in as an administrator to see how we can create and manage these groups. We'll navigate to the Control panel, and in the People tab, select Interests. If you don't see the module, activate it in Configure Options. The Interest Category Administration screen shows you all the top-level categories you've configured and the number of specific interests in each. Let's add a new category. Click the Add Category button. Name your category and add an optional description. You can also limit the interests a member can select in each category. Finally, choose a visibility setting for the category. This setting will affect each interest you create in this category. Choose Everyone to show the category to both members and non-members. Later, when we explore the module options, you'll determine whether non-members can view the members who've selected the interest. Choose Members Only to display the category only to logged-in members. Choose Admin Only to display the category only to administrators. Choose Admins and Member Profile to display the category to administrators and when members access the feature through their member profile only. Click Save to create the category. Back on the Category Administration screen, now that we have our category, let's add individual interests. Click the Interest icon in the Maintain column to manage the interests. Let's add an interest. Click the Add Interest button. Name the interest and add a description. If the interest has a corresponding custom page with more information, you can choose it here from the drop-down menu, and members will see a link to it on the interest card. Next, choose a coordinator. Interest coordinators can't add or remove members from the interest, but they can email members of the group and export the list of members. Additionally, interest coordinators can receive notifications whenever someone joins or leaves an interest. We'll talk more about that later. Last, choose an image to appear on the interest card. Before we move on, organizations with the ClubExpress mobile app will also see an option to create a mobile channel based on the interest. Watch our tutorial, mobile app for administrators to learn more about channels. Click Save to add the interest. Now that we've seen how to add an interest category and interests, let's see what else we can do with the module. On the Interest Category Administration screen, we can edit the properties of any top-level category by clicking the Edit or pencil icon. You can also delete an interest category at any time, but you won't be able to get any data back, so use this option carefully. We can change the display sequence of the top-level categories, perhaps putting admin-only categories at the end of our list. We can also run reports to view lists of members in each group and export interest member data. Let's click the interest icon to view the interests in the category. Similarly, when we view interests, we can change the display sequence of individual interests and use the edit icon to edit the properties of an interest. Administrators can also view and manage interest members of any group. Click the Members icon to view a pop-up showing all members who selected the interest. And you can use the arrows to add and remove members from the list. Administrators can also quickly send the interest group members a plain text email by clicking the email icon. Later, we'll explore how to send a blast email to interest group members. By the way, administrators can also send a quick email to group members from the user side of the module. This editor allows you to include links and images. Interest coordinators will see this option too. Like categories, you can also delete an interest and its members, but you won't be able to restore any of the data. Let's learn about our module options before we explore ways to use interest across your website. On the Interest Category Administration screen, click the Interest Options button. First, determine whether non-members can see members who've signed up for an interest if you've selected everyone as the visibility setting for any interest categories. Choose the layout of the user side of the module and whether to collapse individual categories into accordions. Last, choose whether interest coordinators receive a notification when someone joins or leaves a group, or when an existing group member expires or is dropped. Click Save to save your changes. Let's explore how we can harness the data from our interest module around our website. Administrators can make interest group selections part of the join and renewal applications. Navigate to the People tab, New Member Sign Up. On the Sign Up grid, choose the situations where you want the interest page to appear and click Save to save your changes. We learned how to create a channel based on an interest. When a member joins an interest with a corresponding mobile channel, the channel is automatically available in their app. They can converse with other members using live chat and even create polls for their group. Administrators can create events visible only to interest members or events that offer special pricing for interest members. This is useful if you used interest groups for event planning and want to offer members a discounted price in exchange for their work. You can also create discussion forums based on interest group membership. When a member signs up for an interest group, they'll automatically be added to the corresponding forum. And in blast emailing, you can add individual groups to your distribution lists. You can also email members who have yet to select a group to encourage them to participate. So now you've learned how to use the interest module to create and manage interest groups on your website. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you in the next video.